Cold front's coming in this afternoon. Still technically not quite here. It's moving into about western Starr County now, but the rain that's cooling the air right now is at least dropping temperatures into the 70s in some areas, but will fall through the 70s. Could end up in the 60s here in some areas this afternoon. So rainy and cooler weather, 70s, again, maybe kind of down in the upper 60s when the front's moving through this afternoon, then in the 60s this evening. So not a massive cool down, but, 65 or 70 is a lot better than, 90 to 100. For a fall day, maybe by some standards. Cool weather lingers through about Wednesday and early Thursday, and then I think it kind of gets bumped out of here in time for the weekend with temperatures back up close to 90. You can see some scattered showers and storms around the area now. Nothing that's severe. Earlier today, we did have a flood advisory around Brownsville and southern Cameron County. That expired at 11:45, and that heavy rain's increasing and moving west across southeast Hidalgo County. You can kind of pick out about where the front is. If you watch how all this is moving west, and then you kind of watch this little green area right there, it's kind of coming the opposite direction. That's the front now moving into western Starr County, where temperatures drop sharply right into the 60s behind it. The heavier rain, though, still coming across southeast Hidalgo County, and numerous lightning strikes. You may have heard the lightning here at the station right before the break, and a lot of lightning around the city of Hidalgo. But this rain, this kind of a area of heavier rain that's moving to the west, and we put a little track on it for you. That general area of rain moving west along the interstate at about 20 to 25 miles per hour will put the leading edge of this next round of rain kind of getting toward about South Alamo around 12:39 and near San Juan around 12:48. So you also get hit by some of this rain in Alamo too. That's already moving through near the south side of Farr and McAllen. But there's a closer look at some of the heavier rain in Donna right now without the lightning strikes on it. But some of the heavier rain again may amount to about an inch of rain out of this round. But additional rounds of rain, you may end up with a total of maybe 1, 2, or locally maybe 3 inches rain in spots a day in the heavier areas, but most of the places getting less than that. There's Hidalgo right now, numerous lightning strikes just north of, well, kind of near and north of the downtown area, moving to the west near Granjeño. Not severe, but it's rumbling there at the noon hour, so watch that when you're headed outdoors. And a couple of areas of rain and some weak thunderstorms in northwest Hidalgo County and northern Starr County as well. And you look at the big picture here, again, the cold front is just coming into western Starr County right now. It's going to take about 2 or 3 hours probably to move through the valley. Temperatures still in the 80s ahead of the front, 70s though where it's been raining a bit, 79 in Harlingen, still 86 though in McAllen, 87 in Rio Grande City, but right on the edge of the front. You see how the temperatures go from orange to yellow to green. The green is basically temperatures in the 60s. So you see how close the 60s are. They're right on the edge of Falcon Lake and coming eastward. So temperatures this afternoon by 3 p.m. probably averaging close to 70 degrees, maybe a little warmer in some areas, could be in the upper 60s in Starr County by then, but kind of falling through the 70s in a few hours into the upper 60s later this afternoon towards sunset, and then probably slowly through the 60s later tonight. But the best chance of bigger rain through about the daytime hours here. By this afternoon, here's a cold front at 2 p.m. on Future Track, kind of moving through Hidalgo County with some rain and thunderstorms still possible. Again, it takes a few hours to get through. By 4 p.m., still moving through Cameron County, but some of the rain may flare up behind it for a while through the rest of the daytime. So that's why we could have some pockets of heavier rain that amount to a few inches. Once the front leaves the area tonight, still some rain showers at times overnight, but mainly clouds, I think, after midnight and cooler temperatures down in the 60s. Tomorrow, Future Track tries to blow up more rain. This might be a little overdone, but I think some showers are possible tomorrow. Future Track shows maybe a few bursts of heavier rain during the daytime, but I think with clouds and at least some showers around, that should keep temperatures running maybe in the low to mid 70s most of the afternoon for highs. So it's not going to warm up a lot tomorrow. And then on Thursday, still a chance for some showers around at times. Even Future Track, this might be a little on the heavy side again, but some showers are still possible on Thursday. But the wind flow comes back from the southeast later in the day, so it may start off cool, but I think should get a little warmer by late in the day as the winds come back from the southeast and warm temperatures back closer to 80 or higher in many areas. But even Friday, you see a couple showers are still possible, so we may not really totally dry out anytime soon. But Future Track winds, again, when the front's coming in, you'll feel the winds pick up a bit. The winds right here in the orange colors kind of indicating about 20 miles, 25 miles per hour or so when it passes, and then it kind of settles down later in the afternoon or early evening. But a little gust of wind when the front passes up to about 30 miles or 35 miles per hour, quite likely. Today, highs technically still near 87. Some places are still in the 80s, but will start to fall quickly through the 70s and into the upper 60s later this afternoon with northerly winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour developing, and still some heavier rain around during the daytime. Tonight, clouds and still some showers around. Temperatures bottom out mostly in the lower 60s, lows near 64 degrees with a light northerly wind. And the first 1570 forecast tomorrow is a cooler day with clouds, highs near 75 degrees. And if you do get more showers, don't be surprised it's a little cooler than that in some areas, but at least up in the 70s most everywhere. Thursday, we could start to warm up later in the afternoon. May start off kind of cool in the 60s in the morning, but I think the humidity will rise later in the day and temperatures start to warm up. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're back close to 90 degrees again with higher humidity and warmer nights, but still not totally sure it will be 100% dry over the weekend. At least a 20% chance for showers on Friday. Some of the models say maybe 1 or 2 random showers or so Saturday and Sunday. Also, though, another fairly weak cold front arrives either Sunday night or Monday, so that could bring back a few showers, and temperatures at least have a small drop back, maybe closer to 80 instead of 90 by next week. So 'tis the season for some cold fronts coming here now that we're getting into October, and we'll track the rain and cooler weather in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.